Oh, next up, what's up, Zan? Oh my goodness.
You know what? Actually, I've got to go. This has been fun, guys. You know what? For my own mental health, I'm gonna step away.
I wonder if Pete's gonna cut that. I probably should restart that one.
No, you're good. Well, let's just...
I'm gonna make him cut it, so I'll just be quiet, because then he has to cut it. Oh my goodness, we got a great story for you, Zan, for this next one. I do want to talk dude.
See, you threw me off. You said you were going to cut that, then you went and you hit it back. You did it again. I was like, what is going on?
I'm still going to hit it again for a third time.
All
Pete,
right,
this
fine.
is the one. This is the one. And I got a really cool one for you, Zan, for this third story of the podcast. Man, it's just, it's a pretty crazy streaming world out there, right? The battles do continue. Between Twitch and YouTube and Facebook. The only...
You were the chosen one!
And a really fun story out there in the streaming world, Zan, as the wars do continue between Twitch and YouTube and Facebook. Rest in peace to the one and only Mixer, now out of the waging war.
Oh, good night, sweet prince.
My long lost love, Mixer. But either way, we're talking about female streaming talent out there, and especially with that war waging, and we've seen gigantic growth for all of these platforms during the pandemic. Facebook still staying consistent in their market share. Surprise, surprise. YouTube staying around the same place, and Twitch, as we talked about last week, still is ever dominant when it comes to watch time, right around 91%.
Insanely dominant.
But I will say this. We actually talked about this past month or two, Pokimane taking her break, and as she did take her break, we've seen a brand new entrance of a number one female streamer, that being the one, the only,
Valkyrae
100 Thieves content creator. I say that ironically so because 100 Thieves very much under fire for the esports side of things. For the streaming side of things, it's actually two members, Courage and Valkyrae, exploding over the past 2 months with the rise of Among Us. A focus on Valkyrae, though, because she has now taken the place this past quarter as the number one female streamer across all platforms.
I do think it's very important to highlight the fact that, although Among Us has contributed enormously to Valkyrae's growth, it's important to note that it only happened because she positioned herself well to take advantage of a game like this really exploding her viewer base.
And I don't think people will give credit for that.
Right.
I think a lot of people out there will say, oh, it's just because of Among Us.
Yeah.
I mean, every female streamer had access to that game, and she is the one that grew the most with it, alongside a lot of other male creators out there. But if we're talking strictly female, I mean, she just dominated all of these collaborations.
Absolutely.
Just time and time again. It's almost like this is the game for her, right? It's like a Fortnite for Ninja. This was the game for her. You've seen her true inner demon come out as to, the way she plays the game. But it's been fantastic to see because, yes, it's a friendly rivalry between her and Pokimane, right? They're obviously friends. Yeah. But it's super cool to see we have a YouTube streamer of the female demographic now being the number one across all platforms, and she has taken this game, and like you said, she has adapted and really excelled with it. She's now one of the fastest growing creators on the YouTube platform, and it's proving that even though percentage-wise, watch time-wise, Twitch and YouTube are so far off, it's very cool to see YouTube striking back at least a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this says a lot of good things for YouTube because, I don't think they're really going to be able to topple Twitch as the number one streaming platform because at the end of the day, that's not the focus of YouTube.
That's not what they want to do. Yeah,
YouTube is always going to be a VOD platform first. But, it's nice to see competition. It's nice to see both industry members, succeed in some level.
Yeah. And it's also really cool to see on the vice versa. I know that a lot of people can criticize 100 Thieves Esports. I didn't really want to focus too much on Courage, but he himself also doing very well on the YouTube platform. Right. We have two of the lead content creators and streamers on the YouTube platform, both from 100 Thieves, and they're doing a great job utilizing the games that are now growing alongside with them. So let's see what the future of the female content creators are and the future number one female streamer. How long can Valkyrae hold on to her title over her friend Pokimane?